any of us realize that floods are becoming more recent in more places? This phenomenon causes hardship to the people, starting from the appearance of skin diseases and stomach aches, the difficulty to return and access one's own home. These problems occur due to the dirt and debris left by the flood that has to be cleaned up. In several events, floods can be very violent and large enough in scale to be called a flash flood. These events can accumulate enough to damage to cost a human life. Are we going to leave things be? One of the many things that we don't realize become one of the many contributors to the decline of the conditions of nature, which in turn causes the floods. If we would spare some time to look back, reminiscing the conditions of nature in the past, 80% of rainfall is absorbed into the soil, assisted by tree roots, and the other 20% runs off to lower elevations. This ratio is the ideal ratio for rainfall, as most of the water that befalls this earth will be absorbed into the soil, therefore mitigating the chance of floods. However, because of many events and developments, this ratio turns itself around. Now, only 20% of rainfall is absorbed into the soil, while 80% is runoff that cannot be absorbed and can only flow. This is what causes these floods. Many things can trigger this event, one of which is because the deforestation in every region, replacing trees with houses, offices, housing complexes, touring spots, malls, etc. Other than that, many building owners use their own water wells, decreasing the level of groundwater. The irresponsible disposal of waste also causes the clogging of waterways, triggering a flood. If these things are not taken care of with urgency, the development of the condition will degrade over the years. And of course, causing a micro-scale problem for a nation in providing houses regions that are free of floods. Net zero water has become one of the concepts that can be implemented to solve this problem. With the concept of net zero water, we can restore the water cycle as it was in the past, where 80% of rainfall will be absorbed into the soil and only 20% remain as runoff.
What is a net zero water building? A net zero water building, constructed or renovated, is designed to minimize total water consumption, maximize alternative water sources, minimize waste or discharge from the building and return water to the original water source. Zero water creates a water-neutral building where the amount of alternative water sources used and the water returned to the original water source is equal to the building's total water consumption. The goal of net zero water is to preserve the quantity and quality of natural water resources with minimal deterioration, depletion, and rerouting by utilizing potential alternative water sources and water efficiency measures to minimize the use of supplied fresh water. Ultimately, a net zero water building completely offsites water use with alternative water and water returned to the original water source. However, if the building is not located within the watershed or aquifer of the original water source, then returning water to the original water source will be unlikely. In those cases, a net zero water strategy would depend on alternative water use.
According to Maslow theory, what is the basic need of human? How long we can survive with food? Maybe 21 days, maybe more. But how long human can live without water? maybe 3 days until 7 days, depending each person. How can we prevent? As a greenship professional, we can design based on greenship rating. First, reducing demand by employing innovative water fixtures technology that consume less water. Second, producing alternative water sources such as rainwater harvesting, condensate water. And the third, treating wastewater on site and reusing. Fourth, implementing green infrastructure by infiltrating stormwater to original water supply. Now, let's go with the movement. We can do first, rainwater harvesting movement. Second, use proper water fixtures. Third, kill our wrong habits. And fourth, green label. Another solution for the wudu. If one person washes before praying around 1 minute and the wall tap flow rate around 23 liters per minute, can we save water from the flow rates? Can we recycle? How long we take shower? We have a case hotel with 100 rooms. By changing only water fixtures can save 100 billion rupiahs per year.
There are few methods to achieve net zero water. First, minimalizing the usage of water. Second, maximizing the usage of alternative water sources. Third, minimalizing or the processing of wastewater. Fourth, returning water to its original source. There are a lot of harmful habits that we do every day, even without realizing it.
There are many things that we can do to maintain our fresh water supply. One of them is to collect and process rainwater to something we can use. But there are some things that we need to pay attention to. We need to know how much water we can store in accordance with the provided site. We have to know what the available water is going to be used for. We have to understand the quality of the available clean water with a certain standard. We have to know with precision when water is needed in relation to the available water supply. We also have to be aware of the surrounding climate and the costs of the quality or type of available water. There are many benefits that we can obtain from collecting and storing rainwater. Storing rainwater is free of costs. The only cost you need is the cost of the storage apparatus. Utilization of stored rainwater could decrease electrical consumption. Stored water could be used as water supply when needed. There are many water sources that we can utilize, namely rainwater, which we can store and process to our needs. Grey water, which is wastewater from sinks, showers, and washing machines that we can also utilize. Black water, which are wastewater from toilets and urinals that we can also utilize to our needs. There are many uses in a household: drinking water, cooking, showering, washing cutleries, coolers, mopping, laundry, cistern water, watering the plants, pool water, and etc. There are many simple things that we can do. Other than that, there are also many benefits that we can obtain from using the net zero water concept, primarily in the form of saving costs and also the conservation of nature. We also need to pay attention to various things when we build a house or a building. We often take the wrong choice when using sanitary wares in our house. For example, the usage of toilets that do not have the ability to only use half the cistern capacity. Usage of water fixtures that do not automatically shut itself after a few moments.
Let's begin by changing our habits in using water. Let's become wiser in processing the clean water that we have. There are many practical things that we can do. There has been calculations to change old concepts to newer ones, applied to hotel of 100-room capacity. It is possible to save up to 1 billion rupiahs per year, a fantastic number. Imagine the effects if every house in Yogyakarta, or in a large scale, if this concept was applied. How much operational cost can we save? We also benefit from positive feedback from our environment.